so overpowered and became so desperately enamored of her that each one prayed he might win her for his own bedfellow. Telemachus, said she, addressing her son, I fear you are no longer discreet and well conducted as you used to be. When you were younger, you had a greater sense of propriety. Now, however, that you have grown up, if there is a stranger to look at you would take you for the son of a well-to-do father as far as size and good looks go. Your conduct is by no means what it should be. What is all this disturbance? What has been going on? And how came you to allow a stranger to be so disgracefully ill-treated? What would have happened if he had suffered seriously injury while a suppliant in our house? Surely this would have been very discreditable to you. I am not surprised, my dear mother, at your displeasure, replied Telemachus. I understand all about it, and know when things are not as they should be, which I could not do when I was younger. I cannot, however, behave with perfect propriety at all times. First one and then another, these wicked people here keeps driving me out of my mind, and I have no one to try and stand by me. After all, however, this fight between Eurus and the stranger did not turn out as the suitors meant it to do, for the stranger got the best of it. I wish Father Zeus, Athena, and Apollo would break the neck of every one of those wooers of yours, some inside the house and some out, and I wish they might be as limp as Ares is over yonder in the gate of the outer court. See how he nods his head like a drunken man. He has had such a thrashing that he cannot stand on his feet, nor get back to his home, wherever that may be, for he has no strength left in him. Thus did they converse. Eurymachus then came up and said, Queen Penelope, daughter of Icarus, if all the Phrygians in the Iasian Argos could see you at this moment, you would have still more suitors in your house by tomorrow morning, for you are the most admirable woman in the whole world, both as regards personal beauty and strength of understanding. To this Penelope replied, Eurymachus, heaven robbed me of all my beauty, whether of face or figure, when the Argives set sail for Troy, and my dear husband with them. If he were to return and look after my affairs, I should be more respected and show a better presence to the world. As it is, I am oppressed with care and with afflictions which heaven has seen to heap upon me. My husband foresaw it all, and when he was looking home, he took my right wrist in his hand. Wife, he said, we shall not all of us come safe home from Troy, for the Trojans fight well both with bow and spear. They are excellent also at fighting from chariots, and nothing decides the issue of a fight sooner than this. I know not, therefore, whether heaven will send me back to you, or whether I may not fall over there at Troy. In the meantime, do you look after these things here. Take care of my father and mother at present, and even more so during my absence. When you see our son grow in a beard, then marry whom you will, and leave this your present home. This is what he said, and now it is all coming true. And night will come when I shall have to yield myself to marriage, which I detest, for Zeus has taken from me all hope of happiness. The further grief, moreover, cuts me to the very heart. You suitors are not wooing me after the custom of my country. When men are courting a woman who they think will be a good wife to them, and who is of noble birth, when they are each trying to win her for himself, they usually bring oxen and sheep to feast the friends of the lady. They make the magnificent presents instead of eating up people's property without paying for it. This is what she said, and Odysseus was glad when he heard her trying to get presents out of the suitors, flattering them with their words, which he knew she did not mean. Then Antinous said, Queen Penelope, daughter of Icarus, take as many presents as you please from anyone who will give them to you. It is not well to refuse a present, that we will not go about our business, not stir from where we are. Still, you have married the best man among us, whoever he may be. Others applauded what Antinous had said, and each one sent his servant to bring his present. Antinous' man returned with a large, lovely dress, most exquisitely embroidered. It had 12 beautifully made rich pins of pure gold, with which to fasten it. Eurymachus immediately brought her a magnificent chain of gold and amber beads, and gleamed like sunlight. Eurydamas's man returned with some earrings fashioned into the 3 brilliant pendants which glistened most beautifully, while King Pisander, son of Polyctor, gave her a necklace of the rarest workmanship, and everyone else brought her a beautiful present of some kind. Then the queen went back to her room upstairs, and her maids brought the presents after her. Meanwhile, the suitors took to singing and dancing, and stayed till evening came. They danced and sang till it grew dark. They then brought in 3 braziers to give light, and filled them up with chopped firewood, very old and dry, and lit torches from them, which the maids held up and turned about. Then Odysseus said, Maids, servants of Odysseus, who has so long been absent, go to the queen inside the house, sit with her and amuse her, or spin and pick wool. I will hold the light for all these people. They may stay till morning, but shall not beat me, for I can stand a great deal. The maids looked at one another and laughed, while pretty Melantho began to gag at him contemptuously. She was daughter to Dolius, but had been brought up by Penelope. He used to give her toys to play with, and looked after her when she was a child. In spite of all this, she showed no consideration for the sorrows of her mistress, and used to misconduct herself of Eurymachus, with whom she was in love. Poor wretch, said she, are you gone clean out of your mind? Go and sleep in some smithy, or place of public gossips, instead of chattering here. Are you not ashamed of opening your mouth before your betters? So many of them too. Has the wine been getting into your head, or do you always babble in this way? You seem to have lost your wits because you beat the tramp Eurus. Take care that a better man than he does not come and cut Dagel you about the head till he pack you bleeding out of the house. The vixen replied, Odysseus shouting at her, I will go and tell Telemachus what you have been saying, and he will have you torn limb from limb. With these words he scared the woman, and they went off into the body of the house. They trembled all over, for they thought he would do as he said. But Odysseus took his stand near the burning braziers, holding up torches and looking at the people, brooding the while on the things that should surely come to pass. But Athena would not let the suitors for one moment cease their insolence, for she wanted Odysseus to become even more bitter against them. She therefore said to Eurymachus, son Polybius, on to get at him, which made others laugh. Listen to me, said he, you suitors of Queen Penelope, that I may speak even as I am minded. It is not for nothing that this man has come to the house of Odysseus. I believe the light has not been coming from the torches, but from his own head, for his hair is still all gone, every bit of it. Then turning to Odysseus, he said, Stranger, will you work as a servant if I send you to the worlds and see that you are well paid? Can you build a stone fence or plant trees? I will have you fed all over year round, and will find you in shoes and clothing. Will you go then? Not you, for you have got into bad ways and do not want to work. You had rather fill your belly by going round the country begging. Eurymachus answered Odysseus, if you and I were to work one against the other in early summer, when the days are at their longest, give me a good sight, and take another yourself, and let us see which will last the longer, or mow the stronger, from dawn till dark, when the mowing grass is about, or if you will plow against me. Let us take a yoke of tawny oxen, all mates and in great strength and endurance, turn me into a 4-acre field, and see whether you or I can drive the straight or furrow. If again war work a break out this day, give me a shield, a couple of spears, a helmet fitting upon my temples. You would find me foremost in the fray, and would cease your givers about my belly. You are insolent and cruel, and think yourself a great man because you live in a little world at a bad one. If Odysseus comes to his own again, the doors of his house are wide, but you will find them narrow when you try to fly through them. Eurymachus was furious at all this. He scowled at him and cried, You wretch, I will soon pay you for your daring to say such things to me in public too. Has wine been getting into your head, or do you always babble in this way? You seem to have lost your wits because you beat the tramp Eurus. With this he caught hold of the footstool, but Odysseus sought protection from the knees of Amphinomus of Dulichium, for he was afraid the stool hit the cupbearer at his right hand and knocked him down. The man fell but cried flat on his back, and his wine jug fell, ringing to the ground. The suitors in the covered cloister were now in uproar, and one would turn towards the neighbors, saying, I wish the stranger had gone somewhere else. Bad luck to him for all the trouble he gives us. We cannot permit such a disturbance without a beggar. If such ill counsels are to prevail, we shall have no more pleasure at our banquet. On this Telemachus came forward and said, Sirs, are you mad? Can you not carry your meat or decently? Some evil spirit has possessed you. I do not wish to drive any of you away, but you had better your suppers, and sooner you all go home to bed, the better. The suitors bit their lips and marveled at the boldness of his speech, but Anthemonius, the son of Nicias, who was son to Archias, said, Do not let us take offense. It is reasonable to let us make no answer. Neither let us do violence to the stranger, nor to any of Odysseus' servants. Let the cupbearer go round with the drink offerings, that we may make them, and go home to our rest. As for the stranger, let us leave Telemachus to deal with him, for it is to his house that he has come. Thus did he speak in his saying, Please them well. So Mulius of Galicium, servant to Anthonus, mixed of all wine and water, and handed it round to each of them, man by man, whereon they made their drink offerings to the blessed gods. And when they had made their drink offerings and had drunk each one of them, he was minded. They took their several ways, each of them to their own abode.